Jyoti is inner illumination, and we're going to bring our hands, fingers touching, and let's place them on the thighs and keep the eyes closed. And simply be present to how the tips of your fingers are touching. And we're tapping into the intelligence of these 5 elements by doing this Jyoti or inner illumination mudra. This is a process of reconnection to earth, water, fire, air and space. Om. Asato ma satgamaya, tamaso ma jyotirgamaya, mrityor ma mritangamaya. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Asat or untruth, may we be led from untruth, falsehood into the truth. Tamas from stagnation, darkness, ignorance into lightness and the light, and from decay and death into an eternal space, or a space of eternity. Let's just sit with this quest we're on to move from untruth to truth. And the first starting point in the quest, the yogis tell us, is the question. And I'm not going to give you any life questions, so to speak. I'm just going to ask you to start with the question, am I sitting as comfortably as I can? A very simple somatic question. Am I sitting as tall as I can? Are my shoulders relaxed? Is my chest open? So just ask yourself that question of how you're holding your body. What is your stance towards the world? Now let's just be aware of our breathing, and let's ask the question, am I breathing deeply? Or is my breath staccato? Or is it feeling labored? Or is it feeling shallow? And let's deepen and lengthen the breath. The breath is intimately connected with our emotional states and energy states. So let's start together. Breathe in. Lower chest, mid chest, upper chest, expanding the rib cage as much as we can, and releasing through the mouth. Sukha Bhastrika, breathe in. Sukham is comfortable. Again, breathe out. Bhastrika is bellows to stoke the fire. Breathe in. Sukham, comfortable, deep, long breaths, coming to the space of ease in your body and releasing. And once again, bring your awareness to your palms, fingers, your posture, your breath. And visualize a pillar of light being part of this infinite stream of consciousness. If you're not a visual person, feel a pillar of light. On top it extends to infinity, on bottom, to the bottom it extends to infinity. this is again a reconnection process to the collective, to the cosmos. Now we'll gently rub the palms, place them on the eyes, and let's just soothe the eyes. We're so much on the computer these days, including myself. So this is a good way to soothe the eyes, better vision, and also activate the pineal and pituitary glands. And gently relax the palms. And we come back to this quest or question of getting more comfortable in our bodies. And we're going to gently sway side to side. So this is a very simple practice called a jati. We're not going to be doing anything too intense. And a jati is done to one's own rhythm. A jati is not as celebrated as asana or vinyasa, those of you who've learned yoga, because of its simplicity. But this is the starting point in yoga, these simple mindful practices where we become aware of our own internal rhythm. So some of you may choose to go a little faster, some of you a little slower. As you're moving side to side, also elongate your vertebral column, open your chest, relax your shoulders. How does it feel to breathe deeply as you do this? There's no specific breathing rhythm. How does it feel to make a few cathartic sounds? Ask these questions. Am I holding too much in? Am I feeling overwhelmed? And if so, I can release it through this jati, through the deep breathing, through the postural awareness, through mindfully moving to my internal rhythm. Now slowly roll your shoulders like you're swimming as you sway side to side. You don't have to look at me, but you're welcome to. It's like you're adding another little movement as you're doing this. Again, really good to bring in all these movements, good for the brain. We're still swaying. Now we're going to add another movement. We're going to make a fist and then open the fingers out. Make a fist, open the fingers out. So we're swaying from side to side. We're rolling the shoulders gently and we're making a fist and opening out. So there we've added a little bit more of this multitasking in the body. Building capacity. Use the sighing breath, use cathartic sound, breathe deeply. Whew. Yes, let's hear a few more sighs. Nice. Now we scrunch up our face. We're going to add another movement, like we're sucking on a sour lemon. And then we're going to all roar like lions, opening the tongue out and eyes wide open. Let's do that again. Scrunch up the face and roar like a lion, the Simha Kriya. And one last time. Scrunch, scrunch, scrunch. No one's looking, so you can roar. And back to eyes closed and back to stillness in the Jyoti Mudra. Tips of the fingers touching. Back to stillness. Back to how the body's feeling. And we'll take one deep breath. Breathe in. lower, mid, upper chest, and breathe out. And gently opening the eyes, we're going to stand up. And this we're going to shake out a little bit. You can keep eyes closed or open. Again, you can look a little silly, bobbing, have a little fun. I think it's part of the playfulness. And whoosh out. And you can sit down just to give the body some ease. Are we just this physical body? Or are we also much more? So we said the quest from untruth to truth is the questions. And now we're gently going to create waves around us. So we are told we also have a pranamaya kosha. In modern language, this is called the aura. So if you'd like to open your eyes and see what I'm doing, you can clear your auric space, and this is where all our emotions are floating around. So when you walk into a room or when you walk into somebody's psychic, I won't say psychic, but actual energetic boundary, then if you're sensitive, you can pick things up. Maybe you've spent half a day with a depressed friend and you end up feeling depressed. So we're all energetic creatures, emotional creatures with an exchange of energy. And you can whoosh out. And once again, keep the eyes closed. And just be present to the palms and the fingers. And being aware of how this connection feels between the palms and between the fingers. We'll close just with the sound. Let's take a nice deep breath. Once again. Just take a few seconds before we open our eyes. So the Jyoti Mudra process of reconnection, when we feel disconnected, when we feel fragmented, scattered, and the sound for clarity of thought, better decision making. One last time, let's rub the palms, place them on the eyes. Relax. Thank you, everyone. Enjoy the rest of your day.
Thank you.
Thank you.